if somebody's listening to this and they are, they have a creative spark, but they're frustrated or they feel stuck or they don't feel like they really understand how to express themselves, whether it's on the written page or in music or in film, like I'm sure you speak to young creative types, filmmakers, writers and the like what is your piece of wisdom?
My piece of wisdom? It's easy to say this, but my experience is that, one really has to remove the editor from that process. I think so many writers, and speaking to writing specifically, people are, so worried about doing something that's going to sell or something that people want to hear, so there's this need to like generate something that's going to be successful rather than generating something that means something, and when you adjust that process to create something that with a specific result in mind, you're fucked, right? So you write about things that move you. You write about things that, whether being moved means, being enraged, means being, in love, whatever that is, you have to write about something and from a place of, I need to tell this story rather than I'm going to write this to get this. And I would say 98.7% of the people that generate scripts and stuff in this town are doing the latter. They're writing something, for an end result of this. And not that it doesn't work for them, but creatively, then you're just, a two-dimensional machine.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that that's the case when at the same time we all kind of understand like, there's a dearth of really unique, compelling voices. Like who's the next voice? Who has the voice? That's what they're looking for.
Right.
They're looking for somebody who has conviction, who
Right.
has a point of view, who feels strongly about something.
Right.
And when that is expressed honestly and with skill, that rises to the top.
Right. I always tell writers when they say, I'm trying to write this, or I want to write a script about this, right? And I say, well, why are you writing a script about this? And they'll more often than not, it'll go back to a specific project, right? And I said, now, do you think somebody, said, write about that? I said, no, that became the thing everyone wanted to recreate because it was what it was. And it's your job to figure out, what means, rather than, starting with the end result, you start from, within and then, be that thing that everybody else wants to recreate, and it's hard for writers to wrap their brain around that sometimes, and that's why I'd much rather take a writer who is green in terms of process and technique, but who clearly has an interesting point of view, because that's the gold, right? The rest is just any hack can learn a 3-act format, right? So, and there's a lot of talented people out there, but, even some of those talented people fall trapped to what do I need to create to get the job? And then you're fucked,
And ultimately the super awesome job they want will happen when they are able to get to that place of authentic expression.
Absolutely. Because anything else they get in the interim is all going to go away anyhow. You know what I mean? Because it's not real or it's not based on anything that they truly are inspired to do, I think.
Cool.